Hello, hello, welcome back. So excited to have you once again. Tonight we're going to be doing part two. Where are all the good guys? Why is it so hard to find good men? Where are they hiding, right? So we're going to be talking about that, and I'm going to do a quick recap of last week. In case you were not here for last week's show, I'm going to do a brief recap of part one. So if you have not watched part one, please go back immediately and watch part one. I will link it after this show in the description so you can easily find it, okay? So this is episode 74, and that should be episode 73, okay? How to find a good man. As always, please drop your city and state in the comments so that I can shout you out. And for those of you who are watching this on the replay, just go down below to the different chapters and you could just fast forward through all the greetings and all the, stuff you don't want to watch and just get right to the discussion, okay? I want to also invite you and remind you to get on my email list because I have just completed my course. I have been saying for the longest time, I'm working on it, pray for me, I'm working on it. And as of today, I finished. So I am really, really, really excited. And let me just tell you this, the reason why I wanted to do a course and why I prefer long form content is because you can only get out so much information in a soundbite. Something that you say in a quick post or a quick little reel can be misconstrued or misunderstood because you don't get context. So it's really important for something that is this serious, okay? A lot of you are single and you are using my advice to try to go find a mate. I do not want you to get a soundbite and go running off looking for a mate with a soundbite if it's not the way that I'm trying to express it. So I really like long form media because it allows me to build the foundation and then lay down what I'm trying to teach. So we all understand each other exactly as I intended, okay? So make sure you're on my email list because when this email goes out, the person working with me wants me to do it, at the beginning of April, but I'm like, it's like, oh, you little faith. I'm kind of like, can we do it April 1st? But my coach wants me to release it, April 1st. So don't quote me on that date, but just you want to get on my list now, okay? The webinar is free 99, so you don't have to get your coins together, okay? And I got to do a quick plug because, of course, I like to eat, and I think that you guys will really benefit. But let me give you quick information. This is in my shop right now. If you go to chasingyansi.com/shop, or just go to chasingyansi.com and click shop, you could get my book, First Date 101. Right now, it's just $8. But you guys, I interviewed a ton of men, okay? I have over 1,000 in my private group, over 1,000 men in my private group. And I asked them, what are the worst things that women do on first dates that just turn you off? And what are the things that you like and are drawn to? And I compiled it in a very easy to read book, okay? First Date 101, a man's guide to dating a man, because who better to ask than a man, right? My other one is why women love a-holes. What is it? What is that je ne sais quoi that women are drawn to that the good guys resent but don't quite understand? And it's easier to say, oh, it's because the women, are just drawn to. No. Don't blame the women. There's a je ne sais quoi. Just like you have something that draws you to certain women, there is a certain factor that men, okay, need to have as well. He said, my mom says I'm a good guy, but I think she's biased. Here's the thing, though. A lot of guys who think they're good guys really are good guys. But you ready for this? They just lack the edge, okay? It's that thing that women have a hard time putting their finger on. They're like, he's a nice guy, but... And they kind of usually taper off. He's a nice guy, but... And they can't quite put their finger on it. That's what my book is about, all right? So if you're that nice guy and you're sick of getting the but... and you want a different kind of, let me stop. Okay, this explains it. $8, come on, $8. That's not a lot. All right, so snatch it before I wake up and put a different price on there. Okay, you guys. All right, so that's enough selling. All right, that's enough selling. But that's those are my 2 books. Let's get into tonight, and hopefully, oh hey, Stephanie Grace. Hopefully there's somebody who's willing to be my scribe in the comments, okay? You guys really help me because when I go back to do the chapters, I look at the timestamp on the scribe. So thank you to those who have done it in the past, and hopefully someone is willing to do it today. All right, so Stephanie says, I need consistency. Ooh, don't we all, honey? Okay, Now, this is the thing. A lot of good guys, they get the basics. They know how to be consistent. They know how to be generous. They know that stuff. But there's a something that most people can't put their finger on. That's why that French word is so perfect. It's a je ne sais quoi. It's a thing you can't put your finger on, but you know when it ain't there. Okay, it's what makes men go into the friend zone. If you do not want to end up in the friend zone, read that book. Okay. He said, I agree. I'm trying to be smart. Oh, he said, I'm trying to be smart ass. I got your books and enjoyed them both. Oh, thank you, Alex. You're so sweet. We always need comic relief in the comment section, okay? You guys, can you come over? Oh, hi, my love. Hi, Howard. Can you guys come over to YouTube, please? YouTube takes care of the content creators, so if you know what I mean. And the graphics are big. You don't have to look at this ugly green screen, okay? They get to see the beautiful cityscape and all this other stuff, okay? So please go over to YouTube. Go over to YouTube. Just go for a couple seconds and see if you like it, all right? Okay, so if you are watching the replay, this is where you're going to want to start watching, all right? This is where we're going to start jumping into the content. All right. Last week, quick recap of part 1. 5 things that keep women from succeeding in relationships. As a coach, I get a lot of women who come to me and they think they know why they're not being successful. And it's usually pointing outward. The men this, the men that, the men da, 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 da. And so I have to break it to them and I say, point those fingers inward. Here are the 5 reasons that women usually, these are the 5 reasons typically that women struggle and keep from finding romantic partners that they feel are suitable. Or if they find a romantic partner that they think is suitable, they can't keep them. Okay? So number 1, sorry guys, my throat is really dry. Number 1, ignorance. And technically, if I were to be doing a graphic for this, ignorance would be at the top and then everything would like come out as an offshoot of ignorance, but I'm going to say them as like they're 5 separate things, but I just want you to know, really they all are under the umbrella of ignorance. So ignorance, you don't know what you don't know. So a lot of people go into a relationship giving what they would want. So they give all the Gucci goo and the lovey-dovey, not realizing that what men want is vastly different. We have a lot of things in common that we want. There are a lot of things that are vastly different. So 1, you're just ignorant, okay? Now, the reason you are ignorant is where we're going to get into these lower for ones. And again, you guys, I am just blazing through this list. Last week, we spent a big chunk of the time talking about it. So if you really want to get more into detail, go back and click the part 1, which is linked down below, okay? Or just look for episode 73. Okay, so number 2, the other reason is you are desperate. Because you are ignorant, you don't know the things that you need to know that would take you out of your misery being desperation. So when you're really, really desperate, you just, you grab at the air. You grab whatever you can get. How many of you ladies, honestly, can look back at your relationships and go, oh God, I was so desperate. Look at the men I gave my time to. As you grow and heal, your game levels up, right? We say your dating history is a direct reflection of your healing process. So when you used to deal with people who are like super low vibrational, then that means that at that time you were super low level vibrational. But why? It's because you're desperate. A lot of times you knew better. You knew going into it, this was not your person, but you were so hungry for love. Maybe your mom didn't give you what you needed. Maybe your dad didn't give you what you needed. Maybe you had a troubled, childhood. Maybe you grew up in foster care. Maybe you felt abandoned. Maybe you were abused in some way by somebody. Okay. And so different reasons bring us to this place. But if you have a spirit of desperation, you are going to grab anything. Thank you for the confirmation, my love. Okay. And hi, the one no reeler. Oh, hey, no reeler. Hey, love. Is this my buddy from back in the day? Or is that a similar name, just a coincidence? Okay, I'm assuming it's you. Okay, number 3, so we said ignorance, which was technically an umbrella. And then 2, desperation. 3, a lack of self-control or willpower. How many of you are like, I know the information, but it's just really hard to control myself? Well, it's usually because you have a spirit of desperation. You see how this is all like cascading? It's just kind of fine-tuning and getting really specific in your business. I'm sorry. He said it's me. Oh, nice. Hey, Fred. Okay, so a lack of self-control. So you're like, I'm not going to do this. Or, you say, he's a jerk, so I'm just not going to call him back. And then ring, ring, ring. You're like, hello? Lack of self-control. So that's a third reason why women are not getting the man of their dreams. Number 4. This one's tough, you guys. I'm going to just take a little sip of my water for this one. Can you guys join me on YouTube? You guys mind? I'm talking Instagram, by the way, you guys. I'm not like multiple personalities. You guys go watch on YouTube, please, 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 please. It's way better. It looks prettier, and I can see your comments there. Okay. So we got to get people to come over to YouTube on Monday nights, right, guys? Okay. Oh, and thank you for the likes. I have the people who know and those who get like me and get distracted. Can you take a quick second and click the like button, please? Because this is how you pay me in social media currency. Click that like. And what that does is it alerts YouTube to say, the people watching this like it, therefore they're going to push it out to the algorithm to more people. It's a robot, okay? It's a robot, and so you got to deal with it like a robot by pushing buttons. So give them the code that you like it, if you like it, and click that like button, please, and it helps me so much. Now, if you're watching on your cell phone, you're not going to see the like button until you close the chat window. So close the chat window really quick. Oh, dang, you guys are quick. Thank you. The numbers just doubled. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yes, thank you guys. All right, we're even. Viewers and likes, thank you so much, okay? I hate interrupting the show for that, but I got to, you guys. It's YouTube. Okay, Ida says, I'm glad I caught you live. I'm glad you caught me live, my love. Okay, so number 4. Number 4, you guys, okay, is pride. Have you ever seen that woman who's like, don't tell me nothing. I know. If you are prideful, your mind tells you you know everything already. So if you know everything already, you don't seek out more information. Therefore, if you're wrong, you stay stagnant at your wrong level. Get it? That's why you can't get a better guy, because you're stuck vibrating at this level because you know better, right? So pride is the 4th reason. Okay, go to YouTube, please, you guys. The link is in my bio. Okay, hi, Link. Hi, Link. Hi, Link. One of the OGs is here. Shout out to you. Okay, and then number 5, quickly in the recap, the last reason why, top 5 reasons why women are not succeeding in relationships the way they want to. Number 5 is they have a victim mindset. I'm not teasing you, I'm just being dramatic to paint a picture, okay? When you think you are a victim, you're completely ignorant, or I should say this way, when you're ignorant of your power, you truly believe that you're a victim. If I believe that my back is broken, I'm not getting up and walking, okay? If I genuinely believe my back is broken, I am a victim, because that's what I believe. So if you can get out of your ignorant state, you will learn about your power. You're not too prideful to receive the information. You see what I'm doing here? You will then gain the self-control because you're so excited to learn. You will no longer be ignorant, therefore you'll be able to walk in your power, and when you walk in your power, you attract that man. Do you guys see how it all works together? That is why I love teaching, because if I can teach, people can see that they are no longer a victim. When they realize they're not a victim, if they put their pride aside, that is, they put their pride aside, they will realize they're no longer a victim. They will build up the willpower because now they're like, well, it's right there. I may as well grab it, right? And then they're not desperate anymore because they understand they have the tools. Okay? That makes sense, you guys? Give me an okay if that makes sense. God bless you for the likes. You guys, 8 of you are watching on Instagram. Please go to YouTube, please, 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 please. They pay more. Please go watch it over there. It's free for you, not free for me. So you guys, please go over there. And it looks way cuter over there, okay? Chasing Yancy. Just click the link in my bio or click in my story. Please, please, please go over there. Okay, guys? I got to beg Instagram to come over to YouTube. Okay. How to find a good man. Keep your nosy, lonely. He's giving free game, you guys. He said, let me do my Link voice. I don't know what his voice sounds like, but I'm gonna imagine, okay? Keep your keep your nosy, lonely friends out of your business. Where are all the good guys hiding? We are not hiding. We are just busy working on self-improvements and staying positive. Here, Link. You better tell him. Okay. All right, so Stephanie said it makes sense. So as long as one person thinks what I said makes sense, I can move forward. I got the green light. Thank you. Okay. All right. Yay. She's going to YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, go to YouTube, you guys. Please, they take care of us over there. All right. YouTube shows content creators love. So thank you, YouTube. The powers that be that are listening. Okay. All right. So let's get into today. What are we, 17 minutes in? Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. So we are going to start part 2 right now. Okay. So the first one we went over last week, I foolishly thought I would be able to just give you all 5, but I had to break it into a 2-part series. So the 5 things that women believe that are holding them back, I only gave the first one, which is the belief that you must lead with sex appeal. Okay, so that's all I ended up having time for after giving the first 5. So again, go watch episode 73 and get number 1. And today we're going to be going over 2 through 5. Okay? Okay. So number 2, these are the limiting beliefs. These are the beliefs that people really have. And you got to respect it because people really believe this. If you believe this, you will act accordingly and you will stay out of your power. All right? So just listen with the mindset of, does that sound like one of my beliefs? Okay, so maybe last week you realized, oh, I believed the lies that the Matrix told, which is sex sells. It sells, but it doesn't sell what you're trying to get someone to purchase. Okay, so go back and watch that. That was packed full of information. It was very eye-opening to a lot of people, they said. All right, so go watch it. There are 5 of you watching on here. We please go to YouTube. They take care of content creators there. He said we're hiding in plain sight. Look. And the good guys who are hiding in plain sight, some of them are in the friend zone because they haven't purchased my book. Okay, see what I did there? And they don't know how to have sex appeal. Okay, so guys, get my book. Okay, if you keep getting put in the friend zone, get my book so that you can start having sex appeal and you'll stop ending up in the friend zone, because not all women are just out to lunch. Some women just actually want sex appeal, and I don't blame them because I do too. Okay, Link says you won't find us in crowds of thirsty guys, nor are we chasing after your skirts. That's why you don't want to leave with sexual energy. Most of us have old-fashioned standards that most turned away from, and we believe in friendship and everything after. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And my dream is to help the good guys and the good girls find each other. Oh. So far, we've got 4 wedding proposals and 3 marriages. Okay, shout out to the newest engaged couple. I've got 4 couples that came out of my secret group. Okay, and really cool. 8 people found the love of their life in there. So I'm trying to do the same on a worldwide level. All right, so here it is. Number 22. Number 2, women are lonely and desperate. Remember I said these are some of the top reasons there's desperation. When people are lonely. So a lot of times, whether or not we want to admit this, because it's awkward to admit this, I had to admit it. A lot of times we would rather have something more than nothing. We would rather settle and take something rather than wait and have the thing that is good for us. Okay? How many of you settled because you noticed that you were getting older? Your biological clock started ticking, or all of your friends started to get married, and you said, well, I guess he'll do. Okay? So you need to be able to have patience. If you believe that the man that you deserve is out there, and, because it's a 2-part thing, you also are doing the work to level up, then I advise you to be patient. But if you're not doing the work of leveling up, I'm like, take what you can get, honey. Okay? Let's just be honest. Okay, you guys, I'm begging. I ain't too proud to beg, but will you join me on YouTube? Because YouTube, read into this, YouTube takes care of content creators. So will you guys just, if you're going to already watch it, can you just pop over to that platform? I appreciate it. The link is in my story, or you can find it in my bio. Okay. So I want you to be honest with yourself. You don't have to admit in the comments if you want to. I will shout you out for your bravery. But you got to admit to yourself if you're desperate. The first step to overcoming your problem is what? Admitting you have one. So It's painful to admit, but when you come to the conclusion, thank you, Angel. She said, I came from Instagram after the prompt. Thank you, my love. See, now I'm looking at you in the eye and you get my cute little background. You're going to see the graphics that pop up from time to time. It's a whole thing, okay? It's a win-win. So thank you, my love, for coming over. Okay. He said, don't mess up what you can get. Stay alone with that stagnant thing. No, he didn't. Link says, where are all of the good guys hiding? We are not hiding, just that when you do not ask us what we want, self-centered, but ask your women friends. Oh, or excuse me, I assumed I knew where you're going with this. You don't ask us what you want, but you ask your women friends. We will never understand each other. Talk to us. He said to be continued. Link, you are cracking me up tonight. Alex said, I had an ex tell me once that she would rather have attention, even if it's negative attention, because it's still attention. You guys, moment of transparency, I had to break from that. I realized that I was addicted to the dopamine of attention. And so I would do certain things. So like, let's just say there was no guy I was into. I would end up just hitting up someone who was in my phone just so that they could give me attention. Like, that's sad. I would go on dating apps and set up a profile so I could get the dopamine hits, seeing how many people were trying to, reach out to me. And I realized it was an addiction. And I didn't want that because it was causing me to have this like emotional roller coaster. It wasn't fun. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do this process. I'm going to stay on my journey, and that right person, I'm going to interact with him. I believe that if I'm pressing towards my mark and he is pressing towards his mark, there's a divine intersection where we will meet. And I'm not going to try to force it because guess what? Feminine energy only receives or rejects. We don't force. Okay, y'all picking up what I'm putting down? This is deep, you guys, and it's all connected. We got some new people in the house. We got to show them, you guys. Can you click the like, please? Because if YouTube sees that the like button is getting clicked, they will push it out to more people. And the more people who get pushed out, the more people hear it. The more people who hear it are the more people who could get converted and into being better potential mates, okay? There's a lot of great people out there. They just need the information. So let's get this information out to more people. And you guys can do it with your superpower of the click. So close the chat window if you're on a cell phone, hit that like button, and come back in, okay? Thank you, guys. I see the numbers going up. Okay. Daniel says it looks better here indeed. Yes. See, you guys, come over to YouTube. Don't come on this crusty little green screen. Go to YouTube, please. It helps me so much, okay? All right. So, let's see. Let's see. Link says, where are all the good guys hiding? Looking for a personal Yanti type. Oh, that's the sweetest compliment ever. To love and honor her forever. Facts. Because she is the type to build with wonderful things. That is a great woman to look for. A lot of girls do this with DMs, which is why I turn mine off. Ooh, ladies, you see that? Ladies don't need to pursue. It takes the man out of his role, and he wants to be in his role. He wants to stay in his lane, and you stay in yours, boo-boo. Howard says, I used to be desperate, realizing I was attracting the wrong people in my life. Oh, and you guys, Howard is one of the sweetest people. Now I have more people of mentorship to have, to having real friends. Oh, that care. And the type of person that Howard is, he is going to, if he is not careful, attract people who will use him because of his generous heart and his love. He is going to just be taking everyone in. So it's imperative for people like that who are very sweet to edge up and get really wise so that they can discern between people who are just here to take from you because they need what you have because it's so good, and the people who are going to pour into you. And if it's a romantic relationship, you want someone who's going to have a synergistic relationship. If you want to do charity, go volunteer at a charity organization, okay? Your dating life is not a charity organization. So I love that, Howard. I love that you're not being run over. Angel says, yes, I got off dating apps for that reason. Awesome, awesome, awesome. No Reeler says, awesome growth choices. I love this. Kevin told us that we can get a man. Oh, I said I wasn't going to say his name. That's on our, okay. Yeah. We're going to speak life. We're going to speak truth in love. There are a lot of content creators who do speak the truth, part of the truth, a version of the truth, their perspective of the truth, and some do it a little more loving than others. Okay, we're just gonna leave it at that. Okay, you guys, are 8 of you here. Can you guys go over to YouTube, please? I really, 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 really would appreciate it if you're gonna watch it. If you're just passing by, that's fine. But if you're gonna stick around and watch it, can you go to YouTube? Way better graphics, and it really helps me as a content creator. Please, please, please. Okay? Because I'm not saving this live. Please, please, please go over to YouTube. Okay. Sorry, guys. Gotta talk to my IG people. Thank you to everyone who hit that like button. Okay, so I feel like we really got the lonely part down. All right, so number 3 is impatience. Okay, so that lonely and desperation kind of pushes you to be impatient. Slim Young is laughing. So your thought is this: it's just taking too long to meet my person. Okay, clock is ticking. I ain't a young chicken. My biological clock is ticking. I gotta get this going. All my friends are with their person. You're seeing all the cute little posts on Instagram. The holidays come, you see everyone in pajama photos, right? But you guys, everything that doesn't glitter is not gold. A lot of people who rushed into relationships. I rushed in at 23, like one of my first relationships. A lot of the people who rush into relationships regret it, but because they are honorable people or it's cheaper to keep her, they stick around. So just because you see these beautiful family photos and popping out beautiful babies, do not think that these people are happy. I coach a lot of these people. A lot of these people are miserable. They're in sexless marriages. They're in loveless marriages. They are in it for the kids. They are in it because it's cheaper to pay the bills, okay? So stop allowing your mind to tell you you're missing out. You only see what you are able to see. You don't see behind closed doors. And I guarantee you, if you saw behind closed doors, a lot of you would be pumping the freaking brakes on jumping into a relationship because you would be terrified of getting into a relationship like that. Can I get a witness? Okay? People don't talk about their business because you shouldn't. You shouldn't talk about your business when you're married. But the downside of not talking about your business when you're married is that people don't learn from you. Most people are not like me, okay? And I don't talk about my husband's business. I only talk about my business. But I'm not afraid to let you guys see behind the closed doors. I'll let you know it was not cute. I was suicidal. That's how bad my relationship was. But I own my part of it. I owned what I did to mess up. And I have done everything but bow down and kiss the feet of my husband. Because I said, oh God, I'm so sorry. And he's so sweet. He's so sweet. He doesn't hold it against me. Okay? But I didn't know. I didn't know what, right? When you're ignorant, you just don't know what you don't know. Link has another chapter. Let me read this. He said, where are all the good guys? You guys, by the way, are like bringing it in the comment section. I told you guys, I live for like a two-way conversation. So I'm here for it, which by the way, this is a great time to remind you, next week is the first Monday of the month. So you know what that means. You guys come on camera with me. I love it. I love hanging out with my people because right now you're just a name with an icon, profile pic. I get to see your faces like Howard and all these different people and actually get to hear your voices. So you guys don't forget, mark your calendar for next Monday. Thank you, my love. Are you willing to come to YouTube? You guys, please come to YouTube. It helps me so much more, okay? Just go to Chasing Auntie on YouTube. Okay. Oh, hey, my love. That's my unofficially adopted big little sister. Hi, Sai. Okay. Where are all the good guys hiding? Show us a woman worth revealing. Ooh, whom a man is, and build from there. Courtship, friendship, building meaningful foundations, and a possible promise forward. I love that. Angel says, my previous relationship was goals on social media because that's what he wanted to portray. Behind closed doors, I was being abused. Don't get caught up on what you see on IG. Hello, slow golf clap. Okay? I can't make this stuff up. I just tell you what I see. Thank you, Angel, for being so transparent. We learn through transparency with one another, okay? So thank you to everyone who makes this a safe space. My community is full of some of the most respectful, kind, loving people who edify and build each other up. So thank you for being this way. Not all platforms are like this. A lot of platforms have trolls, really toxic energy, and y'all keep it so beautiful, okay? Thank you. Thank you. You guys, if you would like to comment and you guys would not like to see this ugly green screen, please go to YouTube. Okay, please go to YouTube and then you could see everything that's going on there and all the cool graphics, and they treat content creators better over there. So please, if you love me, please pay me by just going on that app. Just probably get a cent for you being on there, but it's more than I would have had, okay? I'm being transparent, okay? So please come to YouTube. All right, so I don't think I'll find anyone better. I'm just gonna settle. So what is my advice to you? Thank you, Alex. My advice to you, if you don't know the creator of the universe, you better get to know him. You better find him, because he's the only one who can give you peace. He's the only one who can settle your heart. It's one thing to say, I want to be patient. It's another to actually feel peace in your heart. This is the difference. People talk about your relationship with God as though you need to completely change in order for him to accept you. No, 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 my love. That could not be further from the truth. If you have an encounter with God, you will change as a result. The comparison that I give is like sitting in the sun. You don't have to have a tan in order to be acceptable to the sun. You just need to get in the sun's presence and you will get a tan. So if you get in the presence of your creator, you will begin to have peace. And when you don't feel that anxious anxiety and desperation, guess what? You have patience. Do you understand? Okay? All you have to do is find him spiritually and everything else will flow. Trust me, I was one of the most nervous, anxious people ever. And when I got in God's face and began to have encounters with him, it's like, I never smoked weed, but I imagine this is what it feels like, because I am not tripping on nothing. You hear me? I used to have panic attacks. They tried to put me on medication. And now all I do is hang out with God, read a little bit of my word, and I am chilling. They could be coming to tow my car. They could be sending me foreclosure notices on my house. And I'm like, you could be telling me that the biggest earthquake is coming to California. You could be telling me World War III is starting. And I'd be like, okay. Because I don't see things as they are. I don't see the Matrix anymore. I see the Matrix, but I know the Matrix is fake. So the stuff that happens in the Matrix, I'm like, okay, sure, all right. Well, everyone else is like, like the King Kong movies. Oh my God. But I respect it. I'm not making fun of you. It really looks real to you, so you got to do that. But I'm just letting you know there's a better way, okay? I've been on both sides. I'm never going back to the Matrix. Oh, I love that. My love, will you come over to YouTube, though? Learn over there and have cute graphics, okay? You guys go to YouTube, please, 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 please. Okay. I feel like I'm such a beggar. Please come to YouTube. Stop watching me on Instagram. Okay. So this is the other part, okay? So one, you don't know how to have patience because you don't feel peace. So you don't. But the other part of it, I love that laid all at his feet. It's a beautiful life. Yes, Layla, you better testify, girl. Okay, these people are speaking from experience. I don't know her. I didn't pay her to say that. She's speaking from experience. We can't all be lying. Okay, the second thing is the reason why a lot of women are in a rush is because they make the mistake of not having a life. Now, we usually throw that around as an insult. Oh, get a life. Right? That's actually the problem. See, men are told from childhood, go out, be an explorer, have adventure, see the world, find your place in it, and conquer. Right? That's so masculine energy. Well, guess what? You have masculine energy too. You better tap into that. If you don't have a boo thing to be your masculine energy for you, you gotta dip into your non-default energy. Yay! She said I'm a yay. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Liam. Thank you. People are coming off of Instagram and going on YouTube. Thank you. Please come on YouTube. And then you guys can ask questions there. You can do a whole bunch of stuff. Like I say, you can see the cute graphics and you're helping me. Okay? All right. So and Robbie, I see your submitted question, but please put it on YouTube so that I can answer it there, okay? All right, I agree you need purpose, men and women. Thank you. So, when you are not with, yay, another one came from IG, yay! Please make sure you click the like button, though, guys. Hit that like button, because that's what helps me. YouTube goes, oh, these people do like her stuff, okay? And then they push it out to more people. So let's not be selfish with the information. Let's push it out to people. All right, so when you have your partner, you don't have to operate in your, what is the opposite of default? It's like, you have to like try hard, right? So a feminine woman has to try hard in her masculine and to get into her masculine energy, because that's not her nature. She only goes there if she has to. She doesn't default to go there. She goes there if there is a threat or something that she needs. But she doesn't want to reside there. She doesn't want to buy a house and put down roots there in the masculine, okay? Masculine land. She wants to live in feminine. Oh, thank you, Layla. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She bought a badge. Well, badge is Instagram. Oops. She bought a super chat. I'll do a little shoulder shimmy. That's the only dance moves I have. Okay, I'm gonna do a shoulder shimmy. Thank you, baby girl. We're eating tonight. Okay, thank you for the generous badge. Thank you. I keep saying badge. Super chat. Thank you for the super chat. All right, get back to what I was saying. So feminine women don't want to live in their masculine, but they do it if they have to. Okay, so when you don't have a man, you gotta have a life. Not to say that you shouldn't have a life after man. Oh gosh, that sounded like that's what I was implying. I'm not. I'm saying it will put you out of your misery if you don't wait to have a life until you get a man. Does that make sense? Have a life now. What I realized, you guys, how am I on time? Oh, praise God. Okay. When I separated from my husband, like an idiot, freaking unicorn this guy is, and I'm like, nope. But when I separated from him, I was like, ooh, I'm going to go on this dating app, and I'm about to just find me an awesome person who's going to appreciate me and blue, 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 right? And you guys have probably heard the story if you're not new to my page. And I'm like, oh, let me fill out this app. You know, what do you like to do? And I was like, I genuinely did not know what to put in that box. I had no hobbies. I had no interests outside of my husband and my children. That's tragic. And that's a lot of you. That is why your entire life revolves around these men, because you've never taken the time to get a life. What if God's plan for you is that you get married at 37? Does that mean you just twiddle your thumbs for 37 years? God forbid. Once I decided to have a life, I realized it's a whole world out there. Whoa, it's my oyster. Well, let's figure out what I like. And guess what I discovered? I don't mind if you switch back and forth as long as you keep YouTube open, okay? Because I just need to get the points. They'll see how many people are on YouTube. So if you guys are watching on Instagram, it actually hurts me. If you go on YouTube, it helps me. Because YouTube sees how many people are watching and they push it out to more people. So if you guys want more people to see my content, going to YouTube really helps me, okay? I promise I give a lot to Instagram, but Monday nights belong to YouTube. Okay. So, so when I discovered and I looked into, what do I like? I was like, I'm interested in fashion design. I'm interested in cinematography. Oh, I had started to write a movie back then. I enjoy reading, well, technically audiobooks, and I love teaching, and I enjoy drawing, and I'm really good at it. I actually started to go to college for it, and then switched my majors. I just said cinematography. I started doing extra work on films or TV shows just so that I could see the production side. If I told you everything, I used to be a cable reporter. Okay, like. Coming to you live, we're going to talk to you about fashion and beauty this week. Like, literally, I have done so many cool things. I have traveled the world. I've been to more countries than I can even recall. I've gone out and lived, and I continue to live. I live so much that my feet almost don't touch the ground. I told my daughter, sometimes I got to remember I'm a mom. Like, I got to come back to earth. So your life should be so rich, because then your head's not on a swivel for a man. That's masculine energy. That's masculine energy, to be looking and doing. What does feminine do? We just exist. We are being. We are not doing. We are being. So allow yourself to bask in all the things that you like and love. And you're going to look up because you feel this. You're like, oh. And while you're minding your own business, truly living your best life, not posting pictures that look like your best life on the gram, but actually living your best life to the point you forget to take pictures. You're like, oh crap, let me at least get one in before the night's over, okay? That's when you meet your person. Life always comes when we stop trying, it seems, for feminine. You stop trying to make it happen and allow it to happen, okay? You guys come to YouTube, I really appreciate it. Oh, someone very special is watching my content. Hello, special person, you know who you are. Okay, okay, so where are we? So that was number 3. Number 4, another belief that women have that holds them back is that they believe that men are just jerks, all just jerks who waste their time. I hear it all the time. Oh, it doesn't matter because they're just going to waste my time anyway. I reposted this beautiful video of a woman serving her husband, and somebody's like, it doesn't matter. He's going to cheat on you anyway, even if he has a full belly. That energy is keeping you from having a healthy relationship. I'm not talking about this woman in particular. She's just a demonstration. This is a teachable moment, as I call it, okay? All the new people, have you guys clicked the like button? Let me know in the comments. Have you guys all clicked the like button? Please, if you have, say like so I know you clicked it, okay? That energy, one, you're putting into the universe that anything I do, a man is going to cheat on me in return. Eee, take that curse away. Speak a different spell. Take that curse away. Don't curse that over your life. You speak what you want, hunty. Don't speak what you don't want. We don't even acknowledge what we don't want because we don't even see it, right? Because we don't see it because we're not focused on it. We're focused on what we want. I'm going to have a man who I'm going to fill his belly, and he is going to be loyal and faithful and adore me, and there's no one else that's going to catch his eye because I'm going to be satisfying all of his needs. If you're going to speak something, honey, speak that. And roll your neck when you say it, okay? So, don't believe that men just waste your time. This is what I see happening. The men actually do the 90-day discovery phase on accident, okay? So if you've seen my video, 90-day discovery phase, I say, pump the brakes. The brain is doped up on chemicals, love chemicals, for the first 3 months. So for the first 3 months, it's cute, you know, kiki, whatever, but chill out. Don't think you done fell in love. Just observe for the first 3 months. Let the beer goggles, you know, calm down. Take the beer goggles off. Let the buzz wear off. And then look. Go back and objectively review the last 90 days. Is he consistent? Does he always call me at the last minute? Does he say something and his actions match his words? Is he kind? Is he considerate? Does he open the door? Does he pull out chairs? Does he actually ask me questions about myself, or does he just talk about my looks? Is he always making sexual innuendos, or is he actually getting to know what's between my ears? Or does he focus only on what's between my legs? Is he pressuring me to get between my legs? These are things you should be observing in the first 90 days. And guess what? If you don't have desperation, you will do that. And men tend to not have the spirit of desperation the way women do. Therefore, they do this easily. They just sit back and they're like, cool, we'll just see how things go. And what do women say? She was too stunned to speak. You're going to see how it goes. Wait a minute, sir. Are you saying you did not look into my beautiful eyes and instantly know, like the fairy tale, that I was the one? And he's like, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. And she's going, ay, Dios mío. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Estoy solo que necesitas. And he's like, girl, you better turn that novelas off. This ain't telenovelas. But that's what the movies tell us, right? Yes, I got a reaction. Y'all, when you give me emojis, it's the closest thing to having a live in-person audience. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I live for emojis and comments, so thank you. Hi, Walter, my original patron. You guys, perfect plug. By the way, 11 of you are watching on Instagram. See this little comment right here? Please, 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 please jump off this app. Jump onto YouTube, because YouTube pays me per views and I need to eat. Plus, you're not going to have to look at this disgusting green screen. You can see the cute graphics on YouTube, okay? I'm transparent. I'm not going to fake the funk. Plus, it helps me to push the views if more people go over YouTube. So please, are you guys willing to go over there? Please, please. Thank you. Okay, so Layla says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing, favor with God. Yes. And in turn, he will cover and adore you. Yes, you come through with the scriptures. Okay. You guys, you missed it. This one live stream, there was a guy actually on the organ, and it was so funny because I started to preach, and he was like, if I had the funds, I would literally pay him to be here on a regular basis because it was hilarious. It was like great comic relief. Okay, so where was I at? Oh, so okay, so the guys are doing what a normal human being who's not drunk on love chemicals does, and he takes his time. He doesn't go into the very first date like, I met my wife. He might see wife qualities. He might see something gorgeous, but all he does is go, that is nice. Pulls out his mental clipboard and jots it down. He does not go home, call all of his boys and go, I found the one. And they're like, what's her last name? He's like, I don't even know. Well, where does she go to school? I don't even know. Does she have any kids? I don't even know. Is she a woman of faith? I don't even know. Why? Because he doesn't do that. But that's what we do as women. We see the guy. He has side teeth. He's got a respectable beard. He's taller than us in heels. And we're like, ay, Dios mío. No. That just means you're not repulsed on the first date. Don't read into it. Okay? Don't even know her favorite color, talking about marriage. Thank you. Ironically, Walter Blue says he doesn't know her favorite color. See what I did there? Okay. Anyway, get back to the subject because I digress. I'm a queen of tangents, okay? So yes, ladies, just pump your brakes. So please watch 90-Day Discovery Phase. Just type that in. Look it up. It's on my channel. I need you to just simmer down just a little bit. Okay? After 90 days, you might discover you don't even like the guy. So during those 90 days, okay, I know you guys might not want to hear this, but you know what else I want you to pump the brakes on during those first 90 days? Keep your legs closed. Keep your legs closed. If you don't even know if you like him yet, why are you giving him your most sacred cookie? Now, you know me, because I want the best. I say, don't give him the cookie until he gives you the marriage, okay? Not the engagement, the marriage, okay? Okay? But for those of you, I'm gonna talk to the level that you're at. We'll deal with you at the level that you're at. I'm saying at a minimum, sister, at a minimum. Don't give it during the probationary, okay? Don't give it in the probationary period, please, please, please. Thank you, Layla, thank you. Please. Y'all don't understand the power of the... You don't understand the power of the... You don't understand the power of the... Do you hear me? I mean, you don't hear me because I'm not saying the word out loud, but... Women are showing me that you don't understand the power. You're giving it away. That was number one. You're leading with sex. Men will want the sex. You don't have to lead with it. That's actually your biggest, my biggest super chat yet. Thank you, no realer. Okay? Mars. Just like men don't see a woman and then go, here's my bank, here, take all my money, let me sign my house over to you. No, they do that after the wedding. Ladies, you save the big door prize for after the wedding. But let me move on. Let me move around. Okay. I don't want to go unsubscribe and log off. Yancy never lied. I'm in a season of figuring out the things I love to do. I love that. I love that. Why do we get like that once we... He said, why do we get like that when you rush things, it fails? Exactly, because you don't have a foundation. Thank you for the clap emojis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Walter says it's a good rule for men, too, because when it's thrown at us, I did a post and said, why are men like sketchy when a woman's quick to have sex, okay? He said, when it's thrown at us, we seldom decline. And now you're in a place where you didn't want it. You didn't want to be because you gave some cookie quick. Yeah, because the man's going to take it regardless. But now you think, oh, because he took the cookie, he likes me. No, 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 no. He likes the cookie, honey. There's a big difference. There's you, and then there's the cookie. Slim says, I love this topic. Good, because I love it too. Okay? He said minimum should be engagement ring if you can't wait until you say your vows. Hello, come through. Hi, may I call? I love that, my love. I don't know what you mean by call, but you can drop a comment. You can ask a question if that's what you mean. Okay? I'm so excited, you guys. You think I'm playing about eating? That's dinner, literally, y'all. I work for tips. Take that little $15. Get me something to eat tomorrow, okay? All right. So let's see. So you say men just waste my time. No, honey, they take their time to actually decide if they like you. And then this is what happens. Oh, StreamYard. I'm actually not using StreamYard, you guys, because right now I'm on a budget, so I'm not trying to pay for StreamYard. But when I have it, I will. Thank you. Unless someone wants to bless me with a StreamYard subscription, because it has so many cool bells and whistles. When you don't have to fight for something, it doesn't have perceived value. Let them sweat for it, ladies. Exactly. Think about how you feel when a man doesn't even know your last name and he's like, you're the sun and the moon and the stars and I just love you and I would just eat your toes. You're like, it feels insincere. It feels wrong because you're like, I haven't done anything to deserve this compliment yet. So it feels hollow, right? It doesn't feel good. It's the same thing, kind of. It's the same concept when it comes to men. There are 6 of you guys watching. I'm calling you out. Yes, I am. Can you please, if you're not watching on YouTube, watch it on YouTube because it helps me so much, okay? They'll pay me like 0.01 cent per view. So it's more than I get on Instagram. Okay. Oh, thank you. He said he liked the post. Thank you. Exactly right. Okay. The other thing is, like I said, you're bitter now. You're like, oh, he just wasted my time. No, he decided if he liked you or not, and he got to see what he saw, and he didn't like you, so he walked away. Women go, he used me. No, this is dating. You get to know someone and then make a decision. So he got to know you and he made his decision. That's not evil. What makes it evil is if he intentionally did something to take something from you. But you're not a victim, right? Revert back to the beginning of the show. Are you a victim? No. Unless someone physically forced himself on you, which you should be in the police department right now, not on my live stream. But if someone did not physically force themselves on you, they just gave you beautiful words and wonderful experiences. If you chose to spread your legs, that's on you. And like the brother said, we'll take it. So they don't have to decide if they like you or not before they give it. And that's the mistake you're making. A lot of women, most women, okay, if we haven't had trauma, we wait to give the cookie until we like the guy. So you're kind of subconsciously thinking, well, if he's wanting the cookie, that must mean he likes me. Honey, no, there's no connection. There's no connection. If you saw the woman that he slept with, you'd be like, I guess they can just sleep with him. And yes, if there's a hole, low vibrating men will just sleep with anything, okay? So don't pat yourself on the back. Now, if he puts a ring on your finger and walks down the aisle, now you could pat your back and say something happened, okay? But to have him penetrate your hole, that's like saying a dog ate a piece of meat that fell on the floor. That's not making the meat special. It just means it was in reach. Hello? Can I get a witness, somebody? All right? 14 of you guys on Instagram, and you please go to YouTube. Please go to... I should sing until they go under YouTube. That'll help. Please go to YouTube because they pay content creators there. So if you can just close this app and open the app over there. See, the numbers are going down. Yes! Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. They pay me on YouTube. They don't on Instagram. Okay, I'm just fine. I'm just serious, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, low-hanging fruit. Exactly, B. Wilson. Exactly. I'm in a long-distance relationship after 2.5 years. You guys, this font is white on a black background. And it's like 2.6. I'm like, what do I do if he expects me to do more traveling to see him because he drives for a living? Oh, honey, let me answer this question. And I'm going to live. Okay, now I know Melissa's sipping on something. What's she sipping on, girl? Because it ain't water. She's talking about my voice sound nice. Thank you. Woo! Take another sip, boo-boo. It must be strong. Okay, so let me answer Vivian's question, then I'm going to come back to what I was saying. If he expects you to do more traveling to see him, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I would really listen to my gut. Your gut is already giving you the answer. Okay? The fact that you're even asking this question, your gut is telling you, listen to your gut. Your intuition is very on. Listen to your gut. Okay? Ain't no river wide enough. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley deep enough to keep a man from a woman. Okay? So most men are horrified at the idea of really, really, really inconveniencing a woman that they love. I don't want to say too much. Okay? Go with your instinct. Go with your intuition. It will never fail you. Okay? Read into what I'm saying. Alex said no, he just saw all he needed to see and said immediately no. Immediately no. You guys, you see videos on, social media and you go straight to the comments. I'm like going straight to the comments right now. You guys never let me down. I've been doing this for 7 years. This is by far the best live audience I have ever had. And I can say that with 100% certainty. I have never had such an on fire and lit and hilarious team. Y'all think I'm exaggerating when I say this is a two-way street. No. That's like doing a comedy special and everyone's like this in the audience. When no one comments, it's so hard to read the room, if it's landing, whatever. So golf clap, okay? Slow golf clap for you guys in the comments. Thank you for giving me life. The more you give me, the more I'm going to give back. I'm going to go back and read these comments really quick. Layla with the eating the toast. Okay, Walter said, I'd rather a person decides they don't like me month 2 versus month 48. Now my time has been wasted. Way to look at it the right way, Walter, okay? Perspective. I'm still on this comment. He saw, he needed to see, and said immediately no. Immediately now. I hear that audio in my voice right now. It's hilarious. Okay. Exactly. Long distance relation, look hang for nice one. I say meet halfway. Walter says I say meet halfway, and there's something in me that's saying when he gets to a certain point in the relationship, it could be more 50-50, but there's something in her gut, I believe, that it's giving her he's not masculine enough. Once he's crossed a certain threshold and she feels safe, it's going to be a no-brainer and she will just instantly halfway. It's not the technical halfway. There's something in her spirit, and this is like a tangible red flag that she's able to see. I'm human, I can make a mistake, but that's what my spidey senses are telling me, that Miss Cleo is saying, okay? She doesn't trust him. Melissa, you're picking up what I'm putting down, okay? It's a woman thing. I'm telling you, I have experienced the most masculine men. I'm very feminine, very feminine. So I attract very masculine men. And I get masculine men who are like, you don't move a muscle. I am coming to you. Where are you? I am coming to you. Can I send in a car for you? Can I, And it's not about being a gold digger. It's this vibration, and it attracts super, super masculine. Okay? Yes, Alex. Catch them vibes, girl. Catch them. Put them in your purse. I know it's a cute clutch. Okay, no connection at all. If you see his ex, you'd be like, oh, yeah, they're talking about when I was talking about sex. Okay, that's better advice than me. That's so cute. Yes, I have been. She said, yay, Team Vivian. And I've been part of some good combos. She's not lying. Oh, thank you, Walter. It was like crickets. I'm like, is anyone enjoying this conversation? It'd be crickets, but y'all are the opposite of crickets. Thank you for giving us life. Thank you, Jazzy. Yes. Yes, it's a red flag. Oh, confirmation, Vivian. Thank you. She said, yes, it is a red flag in me. I've been holding back on my traveling until I see a switch to balance out the feelings. I'm just saying. God has given us intuition. The 7 of you watching, would you do your girl a favor and go watch on YouTube, please? It would really help me. And you don't look at the ugly green screen. Okay. Slim says it takes 6 months for the mask to come off. This is coming from a guy. Okay, it looks like a guy. Okay, yeah. It takes 6 months for the mask to come off. That's why sex should be the last thing that happens. If he can't propose to you, leave him. Hello? That's coming from a man. That's the kind of masculine energy I want. Girl, you better speak that into existence, honey. And the more you up your feminine energy, the more you attract the masculine. And you guys, that's what my course is about. It's reaching the highest level of feminine energy, and you will attract the most. When I tell you how my husband is the most masculine thing I've ever met, he is like a lion. Like, you ever just met someone who's a lion energy? And ironically, he's a Leo. Have you ever met someone who just walks in a room and it's like a combination of sex appeal mixed with a little bit of fear. Like, damn, like you're just like, that guy could just eat somebody alive. Like, he's just that. He like walks in slow motion, like you just feel safe with him, whether it's verbal. Like, he's that guy that if someone makes fun of me, that person will get the energy. He will get the understanding quickly to keep his wife's name out of his mouth. And he doesn't have to say a word. He's the kind of guy who just sits there like this. It's kind of like that creepy energy, like, I don't know if someone's gonna go missing. I mean, I'm joking, but it's that vibe that you don't have to say a word. He just looks, and other men understand and respect, dog. I didn't know it was your lady, man. That's my man voice, okay? Let me stop talking about him now. All right, she knows how to pick him. Okay, so Naika, however I don't know your name correctly. So just to give you a quick update, because a lot has happened since the last couple of live streams. So I am actually, I corrected my verbiage because I used to always say ex-husband, but the technicality was that COVID shut the courts down, so we never finalized our divorce. So I feel that I should respect our union and not refer to him as my ex-husband if we are still technically married. And I got my wedding ring right here. So I need to lose some weight before it fits back on my finger. Okay. Thank you for the mail confirmation, Slim. Y'alls. No, realer said, and don't let the cookie be disappointing. He tried it. He said, just saying, let me just sip a little water before I respond to that comment. They are coming for it. I'm teasing. I'm actually glad you said that, no realer. Women, there is a movie, okay? I don't get residuals off of this. I have no connection. But watch the Netflix special, The Principles of Pleasure. We all, ladies, we need to learn our bodies. We need to explore our bodies and understand where the gas pedal is, where the bells and whistles are, so that we can actually give the owner's manual to our men. If you don't know how to whoop whoop on your own, how are you going to guide someone? It's like the blind leading the blind, okay? So some men can read Braille, but not every person has that gift. So know yourself. PSA, make the cookie whoppy, okay? You guys, my content's so wild. It's so extra real, right? Oh, well, we grown. It is what it is, okay? We talk about the real stuff up in here. Okay. Let's see. Don't forget, girl, I am 41 days away from 42, and I was like, oh, and they're teaching you about my girl parts. I was like, I didn't know my pocketbook. That's why I do. See that? Oh, it's good. Okay, so eat the meat, spit out the bones. Okay, for my believers. Okay, there's a lot of unconventionalness. I'll just leave it vaguely like that. There's a lot of unconventionalness, a lot of unconventional presenters, but church folks, just your pearls are tightly clutched. Okay, they're tightly clasped. Just maybe take your pearls off before you watch this, and then afterwards you can put them back on, because you might clutch them so hard you might rip them off. Just listen to the message, okay? Don't focus on the messenger. Read into what I'm saying, okay? All right. Super attractive B. Wilson says, yes, when I was describing this masculine, it's like he takes all the space in the room. Yes, and everyone's looking. It's a vibe. It is a vibe. That is why I started. Perfect time to shamelessly plug. Oh, I wish I had some theme music, you guys, but I'm doing the bootleg version, and I don't have all my sound effects on here. This is a perfect plug for this. What I described is this. And this is clickbait, you guys. I admit it every time. It's a clickbait title. Why do women love assholes? Okay, it's a clickbait title. But It's not that the asshole that they like, it's the je ne sais quoi that the women are thinking. Like, they're just hearing me describe it, and they're like, oh. Okay? It's what makes us quiver. Friendship, if you're awesome, if you're a good guy, you'll get friendship. Yay, friendship. If you have friendship plus je ne sais quoi, you get quiver. You want quiver plus friendship. That equals passion and romantic relationships. I don't know how else to keep saying that, okay? All right, so we're just going to leave that up for just a quick second. You guys go buy my book, please, and get blessed and bless me in return. I'm all about synergistic relationships. So since you alluded to okay, because I'll keep people's names out of my mouth, would feminine energy have stopped him from, okay, I don't like to speak about people in particular, so I will be very general, okay? I will make blanket statements of facts. Wisdom is the most important thing to have. Self-control is very important to have. And if we have wisdom coupled with self-control, we can find solutions that don't take away from us. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? Moving along. The same thing happened to me. COVID stopped the divorce. Look. God ain't playing. He said, what God has put together, let no man put asunder. We are believing God for your divine reconnection, Yancy. Yes. Where 2 or 3 are gathered together. Where 2 or 3 are gathered together. Okay? I'm adding, okay, I'm 42 as well. I thought you were in your 30s. Come through. Thank you. Team Melon in here. We don't crack. What is the show called? It is called, if someone wants to put it in the comments so someone else can see it, it's on Netflix. It's a 3-part series, Netflix 3-part series called Principles of Pleasure. I've seen 1.5 so far, and it's really been powerful so far. Okay, praying for restoration. Thank you. I'm here for it. God loves covenant family. Yes, he does, and he's so beautiful. I didn't mean to overstep with the names. Oh, you didn't know. It's okay. I appreciate your feedback, and it makes sense. No, look, let me tell you how it is in my world, okay? Some people say, oh, well, I'll never meet this person. That's not my reality. I meet a lot of people. And actually, if the film had gotten greenlit, there's a very high chance that I would have been working with her. So can you imagine me, like, just casually talking about people as though they're not humans? Because I'm like, oh, they're just somewhere out there in the universe. I'll never meet them. And then one day I'm like, oh, hi. Like, it's like, if I just keep people's names out of my mouth, yeah, trust me. I wanted to make so much content, and everyone's making content, but I'm just like, my whole thing is, let me keep that same energy. If I wouldn't want if my name in someone's mouth outside of singing my praises, then I'm not going to have my name in someone else's name in my mouth. So that's just my standard, but I would never ask someone else to hold that standard. So I'm not mad at all. Okay. I feel that a real masculine man protects his wife by any means. Here's the thing, okay? So let me speak to this general statement. This is very complicated, which is why I say I like long form forums, okay? And I hope we're good on time, you guys. I like long form because context is everything. Let's say I am a woman, okay? You know what? Because this is, somebody said something. He said, would feminine energy have stopped him? So I'm going to go there, okay? Walter, I adore you. So I'm gonna answer Walter's question. I'm just gonna paint a scenario. Imagine if I'm in a bar, okay, and there's a woman who keeps staring at me. So I look at her. She's giving me the stink eye, and I look at her, give the stink eye back, and then when she comes back from the bathroom, she kind of like bumps into me. So then I take it up a notch, and I do something back at her. And let's just fast forward, okay? It escalates, and now it's become contentious. Now, without realizing it, the man comes to her aid because she has her guy, which I didn't realize, and now my guy is having to come to my aid. Now my dude is having to get in a physical altercation, and just as I'm telling the story, I just realized there's an actual true story that I could tell you about. Okay, He said, where can I find your book? It's on my website, and it's also linked in the description below. So chasingauntie.com, or it's linked in the description below. This is a true story, and it took me so long to understand why I was in the wrong. When I was in Europe, one of the times we went to Italy, we were in Rome, and I'd gone before, and so I was familiar with the gypsy culture. So when I first went to Rome, wasn't familiar with the gypsy culture, and in the gypsy culture, they will come up to you with a bunch of, like, they'll have a bunch of roses, and they will like reach out like this. Okay, so let me just get an item. They'll like reach out to you like this, and they do this. They don't use words. They just go like this. So you're, an English speaker. You don't speak Italian anyway, and so your natural, you do this, right? That's like the normal reaction when someone hands you something. Once it goes in your hand, they're like this, and now they're reaching out for money. So what they do is they're taking advantage of the fact that socially that's polite in American culture to take something that someone's just handing to you. But in their culture, hey, you took it, now you're buying it. Okay, it's like you touch, you buy, like that movie, you break, you buy. It's like you touch, you buy, you touch, you buy. So I found out the hard way, and I'm with a dude who bucks up. So when they pushed back and was like, oh no, you buy, you buy. That's not a Roman accent at all, you guys, but we'll just go with it like it is. It's like, you buy, in Italian. You buy, yeah, you buy. Yeah. No, that's not. Anyway, you get the point. And my husband was like, I wish you would come any closer to my wife. And he's not speaking Italian. He's speaking Negr, okay? And he bucks up with his 6'3", and they're about 4'1", and he puts his hand on his hip like this. Do I need to say it again? You see all the whites in his eyes, and he looks at him and he tilts his head, and then they're like, oh, and they walked away. Okay, so my dude was like, and they were like, all right, but I naively didn't know, right? I accidentally put ourselves in that situation, just being innocent, because women were like innocent children. Okay, we don't know. Fast forward, we're back in Rome. Now I'm hip to the culture. I see this sweet little lady, this little, Margaret and her husband Chad, and they are same type of area. We're in a very high tourist area, and I see them roll up on her, and she's like, oh, just like I was doing. Oh, she starts to do this, and I'm like, oh, sweetie, in English. I was like, if they hand it to you and you accept it, that means, that's their little gig. Like, you got to take it. That's their scam or whatever, and they'll try to press you to take it. Oh my God. Even though they didn't understand English, they understood what I was saying, because as soon as she had a face like, oh, really? And then pulled her hand back like this is how he looked at me. He said, oh, he was pissed, because now I'm messing with his coins. I'm messing with his money. Okay? So my husband does it again. And he's like, because the guy the gypsy's energy started to come for me, like, oh, now you effing with my sales, right? He starts having that energy, and he kind of steps aggressively towards me. And my husband was like, I wish you would. That was his energy. And all of a sudden, I look up, and what I thought was just one dude, it was a whole tribe. They all start coming down this hill, and I was like, oh, shoot. My husband's about to have to fight 15 people, okay? But luckily, he's scary enough that they understood what time it was, checked their little watches, and went about the business. Okay? Ladies, that's why you get you a masculine man. I'm just saying, but that's not the moral of the story. I got a tongue lashing on the way home. He said, if you ever put me in that position again, oh, he would die for me. Why would I want my husband to have to die? Sometimes you take one to the chin. This is my opinion. You asked my opinion. Sometimes you gotta take one to the chin because you're looking at the long term. What are the long-term ramifications for my husband to passionately defend my honor? What is the long term? What is the long term? In that moment, yay, I'm the princess that's saved. But in the long term, is he crippled now? In the long term, is he unconscious? In the long term, is he in prison? In the long term, did he lose his job? In the long term, does he have PTSD? Okay? Long term. This is why you want to operate at the highest vibration, because you don't live in the moment. You can see the future and you weigh it and say, what is it? What is it worth? Do I want sex in the moment with this really passionate guy that I'm 6 weeks into knowing? Or do I think long term and say, do I want a wedding? Do I want a marriage? Do you live in the present? Do you stay keeping about the future? Do you live in the present but stay focused on the future? That's what you do when you vibrate on the highest level. By the way, shameless plug for my course that's coming out. I'm teaching people how to reach the highest level, the divine feminine energy. Okay? So to me, there's a difference between physically taking advantage of you and being offensive. Okay? I can take a dig to my pride if it means that my husband's career, livelihood, was something. Okay? Because sometimes honor is not as important to defend as your life and your livelihood. Again, my opinion. My opinion. I would rather someone think I'm weak than have to go out and prove to you how badass I am. I don't want to fight. I don't want my knuckles scraped up. I don't want to. No. You want to think I'm weak? Okay. I'm not saying be a pushover. That's why I said long form, it's important to do these long conversations so you can get context. I am not saying every single time don't do anything, be a wet noodle. I'm not saying that be a doormat. I'm saying take every single moment at face value and weigh it out. What is the possible long-term ramification? Okay? How high are the stakes? How high is, what do they say? Error on the side of caution. Okay? If you make a mistake, that's the error. Error on the side of caution. If you make a mistake, how costly would it be? So do you want to risk making that error, or do you want to just err on the side of caution and turn the other cheek? You don't have to be scared of me, but you'll respect me. My size does help. Exactly. Stature. Why do you think women are attracted to height? It's not because we're shallow. It is the perception of protection. Now, trust me, I know some men who are like 4 feet nothing, who are actual ninjas, and they could, their hands are actual deadly weapons, okay? They could go to prison if they fight. That's how dangerous they are. But the perception is reality. So women perceive when they see that tall, okay? I'm getting onto a tangent. Okay. Does the reward outweigh the consequence? There you go, B. Wilson. There you go. Okay, so number 5, because we're way over on time, you guys. We're like almost going to be an hour and a half. Number 5, the belief that there are no good men out there. Okay? The belief that there are no good men out there. That's just not the case. Okay? Just from the comments, you could see the wavelength these men are on. Just let the comment section give you a hope. Okay? You don't see any men talking that yin yang. Oh, women just need to do what. But there are a lot of good guys out there. But they're on the, what is it called? The penthouse level. Your key doesn't even let you get access. You guys ever been to those? That's how my wedding, when I got married, we had the penthouse. And I'd never been in a penthouse before. I didn't know there was a special key. You can't even, unless you have the right kind of key, you can't even get to that level. So you think there's just 20 levels to that hotel. Oh no, baby, there's a 21st floor and it is sick. Our penthouse was sick, like 9,000 square feet, had suites off of it for our in-law. Oh my God. But because you've never been to the penthouse level, you don't know the kind of men that are up there. That's why I want to teach the women how to have that key to get up to that next level. And then you're going to get to that level and you're going to look back and see other women go, oh, they don't exist. And you're like, honey, that's because you ain't in the penthouse. You ain't even in the hotel. You in Motel 6 and I'm over here in a luxury hotel. If you're watching Instagram, please come over to YouTube. Okay, so you guys stuck around. Thank you. So I wanted to get that out. I'm all about tangents. Hopefully the tangents were helpful. You guys, make sure you're on my email list because my coach has his way. I will be launching April 1st, but I have a free webinar just in case. He said they will leave the line on for y'all. Come through, Walter. That's funny. Sorry, that took me out. That was funny. Make sure you guys are on my email list because if my coach has his way, I will be launching April 1st. And if you guys are still not convinced that there's something that you could learn, I'm going to do a free webinar for you guys, okay? But I have a course that, I think I'm going to say the name. It's called the Divine Union, okay? When you take a woman who operates in her divine feminine energy and you pair her with a man who is operating in his divine masculine energy, you create a divine union. And did you know that that is how God created us? And he created that divine union to be the most powerful life force on earth. So I want to teach you how to tap into your divine feminine. And if you tap into your divine feminine, you will attract the divine masculine. Okay, so that's the next level. If you've already seen my stuff and you know what I'm talking about, then you just go straight to the course. If you're one of those skeptics, which I'm not mad at, I still stuff I'm skeptical. If you're still skeptical and you're like, nah, I want more, you can do my free webinar. That's fine. I'll give you some good stuff, okay? But, I want to teach people. And I'm going to charge for it. Because this is, I don't want people just looky-loos. I want people who are serious, who are ready to go to the next level, and they're committed, and they're not playing around. And then after they go through this course, they're going to get to go into my private group. And guess what? Everyone's going to be in the penthouse together. Is that the kind of dating app you want to be on? I'm just saying. You know, they have those apps that are free. Oh, anyone and everyone can get on there. And then you have like the next level one where it's like matchmaker level. Like, oh no, people really like paid to get, they really want to be here. It weeds it out. It weeds those people out. These are people who are serious about vibrating at the highest level that God created for them. So make sure you're on my list because you will see an invitation for the course, the Divine Union. And if you're still shopping, that's fine. There's a free webinar coming for you, okay? It's going to be like kind of like how the YouTube sessions are. But it'll be private, and I'll give you different stuff. So, Happy Camper Mitch said, amen, ready? Yes! B. Wilson says, I'm in. Yes! Walter says he likes that name. Thank you for the cosign. I like that. Okay? So, get on my email list. My email list is linked below. So click that link, and you guys tell everyone that you know. I'm not kidding. Like, I've always been a visionary in the sense that I don't look at the vastness of a task. I look at the potential of a task, and my mind goes, like, just U.S. right now. I'm just focusing on the U.S. Imagine if we started a wave. Look how quickly trends happen, right? Silhouette challenge, all this type of challenge. What if we started a wave of the penthouse crew? People who were like upper echelon when it comes to their energy. What can you imagine? So let's start getting people, because I used to think that there were just really toxic people out there, and I realized no, they're just people who don't know better. Because I've never met a person who, when they know better, doesn't do better. And you might say, no, I know someone who knows better, they didn't do better. That means they didn't know. They thought they understood, but it didn't go to their heart. It didn't sink to their heart level. When someone truly gets it, they wake up. Okay? Not the woke that you hear people, but they're awake. And I see you. I can tell by the way you speak. I see you when you move out there in the social media streets. And I always say, I see you. You see them when they move differently. So we're going to have this little tribe that's building, right? Because this is not sexy content. So the people who are just looking for the quick fixes or how do I trick a man into giving me my money or how do I trick women into getting sex, they're not going to stick around and listen to this stuff. So I'm protected. They're never going to get to this part of the show. But the people who do, honey, we've weeded them out. We at upper echelon level. You see what I'm saying? And I'm planning a tour, nationwide tour. I'm going to be coming around to different cities, and we're going to hang out, and we're going to party, and we are going to vibrate at this high level. It's exciting. It's exciting. I cannot wait. I'm so excited for you guys to actually see what's being planned for you guys, okay? So make sure you're on my list because YouTube could crash. Instagram could crash. I could get kicked off. I've already been kicked off of Facebook once before. Twitter could go away. TikTok could go away. The only thing that makes me feel safe is being on my email list. That's why I push. Get on my email list because no matter what happens, if any of those apps go down, I can send out a message. Hey guys, here's my new link. Here's my new profile. Okay? We know there's censorship, and I know I'm going against the matrix when I'm talking this stuff. Okay? So I'm pissing off the powers that be because I'm about to create this entire army in Jesus' name. I'm about to create this entire army of divine unions. And they are some power. You ever see a couple that's like a power? Look right there in the name. It's hiding in plain sight. A power couple. When the forces combine. Why do you think it's called a power couple? Words have power. No pun intended. It's because when the divine feminine pairs up with the divine masculine, that is an unbreakable, unstoppable, powerful life source. The sum is greater than, what does it say? The whole is greater than the sum of the parts. Something synergistic, for lack of a better word, magical, divine happens when those two forces come together. And then they reproduce. Our land will begin to heal. Prosperity will come. Peace will be flowing. Abundance will be ours. Come on, guys. Tap in, okay? I love you. I said the world needs it. Yes. So I'm going to close here, my loves. You guys have been incredible. Kind of raised the bar a little bit, so I'm expecting a lot next week. I'm not gonna lie. Next week is the top of the month. It's the first live stream of the month. So the first Monday of the month, people can come on camera with me. So you guys will be here with me. If you want to be on camera, one, get on my email list, and two, when I send the email in a few days saying, okay, who wants to be on with me, you need to respond then so that you can get the Zoom link. And then when I come live next week, you're going to be like the Brady Bunch. Boop, little squares next to me. Okay? So does everyone make sense? You guys getting the instructions? Walter says, I want to come on camera. Yeah! I finally get to put a face to the name for my very first patron ever. And I meant to say that. You guys, I work hard for tips. But if there are people who believe in what I'm doing, she said, let me go and get my hair done. Hilarious. One girl came out with a bonnet because it was impromptu, okay? So we'll receive you as you are. But yes, honey, you have a week to make your appointment. But if you guys believe in what I'm doing, I'm being sincere. I'm not going to be joking right now. I need your help. God's going to do it either way. But you could be one of the people who help me to get done what I need to do. So if you're feeling led, it won't be a guilt thing. It'll be I want to do this. If you're feeling a little tug on your heart and you want to help out, I like to call this my ministry because I want to minister to people. I want to serve people. You can become a patron. And what patrons do is literally $5 a month is the minimum tier. You can, for $5 a month, help to plant seed money into my ministry. And what I use that for is I pay for things like Zoom. I got to pay for Zoom. Every month, I got to pay for Zoom. I have to pay for Canva. I use that to make my artwork for my channel. I have to pay for the service, a lot of the services that I use to be able to be efficient. The way I book my discovery calls, that's a fee. Everything that I do to try to be most efficient it costs a service fee. So if you guys would like to do that, I truly, truly, truly would be grateful. Like I said, $5 a month, it's really not a lot, but when a bunch of people do it, it takes so much slack off. So that little bit that I get, it helps me with the groceries. It really helps me with the fees that I have. So if you're feeling led to do that, please go ahead and do that. You can also find that link below. It just says Patreon, patreon.com/Yancy. Okay? So get my book in the meantime if you would like. That's another way of supporting. Get my book. You can tell people about my channel. You can share my content. All those ways help me considerably. And the most simple is clicking the like button. So if you do one of those things, I'm really, really grateful. And I'm going to continue to seek God's face. I'm going to continue to pray for you. I'm going to continue to do my best to stay educated so I can give you guys what I've learned. And if ever I come back and say I learned something incorrectly, I want to update it, I don't mind coming back and correcting, okay? But I'm giving you the best that I know right now. So I'm going to close right there. And lost my train of thought. Getting my little see, this is why I need a team, so I don't have to be focused on your graphics. But I want you guys to know that I care a lot about you, and I have so many more things. You guys, you haven't even scratched the surface of what I have in my head that I feel God has told me to do. So I'm closing here, but until next time, tell someone that you love them, and I hope it's abundantly clear just how much I love you.